Hello.
Hello, this is a bit more of an official podcast as opposed to the usual pre-drink show.
This is a podcast / this is going to be on
Discussion.
YouTube. This is The Walking Dead, what was it?
Season 3,
episode 16, / wrap-up, / some questions we got from some of our listeners.
Yeah, so I think the first little...
This is sort of a wrap-up.
Yeah, the first little segment we're going to do, me and Johnny
the reviewing of it.
Talk about episode 16, wrap up, talk about the whole series, season 3, where it's going to go in season 4.
Hopefully.
And then take a quick break, because I need to urinate quite badly.
Oh, did you not? Oh, you did.
And then we got quite a lot of questions from people.
Yeah, so basically there's going to be some spoilers in this, so, just bear with, if you want to, whatever. But there will be spoilers. As always, there'll be a link in the top right-hand corner.
If you're watching on YouTube.
If you're watching on YouTube, that'll link us to our playlist of all our Walking Dead stuff. There'll be also on the left-hand side, or vice versa, depending on how drunk I am when I put this up, of all our zombie stuff. So just check that out. But this episode...
16, the season finale of season 3.
I don't think we should do an overall thing. I think we should just slowly build up to our opinions. And I don't know. What do you think? Should we just go bang out how we thought of it and then go through it? Or... I don't know. What do you think?
I think we should throw it out there. First impressions.
I thought it was a really shit finale.
In comparison to the mid-season finale,
Oh yeah!
wow! Talk about this whole goddamn season
Leading up to something.
I had to put up with some of the bullshit episodes, like the Andrea-focused episode, for example.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, they did some great things where they took it out of the main action and focused on some various other characters, brought back Morgan. Yeah, great. We put up with that, and some of those episodes were some of the best.
Yeah.
But fuck,
They really,
anticlimactic.
really
Seriously,
dropped the ball. I felt.
Put it this way, it's like meeting a beautiful girl at the bar. You kick it off all night, you go clubbing with her, you buy drinks, you dirty dance with her, it's going great. You take her home, and she's got a fucking pair of nuts.
She's got a pair of nuts, not a penis, just a pair of nuts.
Pair of balls.
Purse.
Yeah, exactly.
But like the episode itself for me was very anticlimactic. Found out a few reasons why it might have been. One, the guy who's writing the show currently is leaving.
Yes, I heard about that.
Luckily, the one who wrote the Morgan episode, which is one of my favourite episodes of the season, is going to be the one who's taking over the show, so that'll be bitching.
I'm excited.
I'm looking
very
optimistic. But I thought the opening of the show was the opening of the season finale was very powerful. The punching, like it got the opening was
up.
great. Like, whoa!
I was like, yeah, this is the episode.
I was like, oh man, it's Milton. Damn it! I thought it was Andrew getting hit in the face, which I thought was harsh, of course. But like, I was going, oh,
no, obviously that's horrible, but it would have made a great TV show, right?
And then like Milton's getting the shit kicked out of him, and he's told to get the tools. He gets put into the same cell as Andrea, who's tied up or whatever, locked up or whatever. And he hides a tool, which was very cool. I thought it's nice to see him thinking. And then that fantastic line from the governor when he kills Milton is like, you kill or you die, or you die and then you kill, sort of thing. And it's just like, that is so true in this world. It works.
So you either
yeah.
But this proves the fact that the governor's lost his shit.
His best friend he just killed.
Yeah, and well,
pretty brutally as well. He stabbed him to shit. Like really, like the way he kills people. Like he used to kill people with zombie headshots. Like I think he kills people who he respects with sort of headshots
because they know they won't reanimate.
They won't reanimate. Whereas you see,
well, it's actually not reanimation.
Technically,
because you don't come up through the grave.
No, but they come back.
Yeah.
So with when he took out Merle, he shot him through the chest instead of the head.
I thought he was
didn't give a shit.
I made a mistake.
Yeah. Well, the angle was very ambiguous,
Yeah.
But I like how it sort of it showed in the previews as well, like the people looking like they were leaving. Like Rick's group looked like they were leaving, and it started out with looks like they were leaving. There was no mention of anything. It was just like the cars being packed, the cars being.
We're packing up all our shit and we're bailing out.
Yeah, basically everyone was leaving, and that was cool. So that it started very strong. I like Tyrese saying we're not going to fight,
but
which was quite cool.
Hang back and make sure everything's cool here.
The only thing is that insinuates we'll come back and we'll stay back and save the children, protect the children. It sounded like the governor was leaving Woodbury completely undefended.
Yes,
because the only people who were shown in it, the women and children, and Tyrese and his girlfriend, wife, whatever.
Yeah.
as the people with guns. Like, did he really take everyone defending Woodbury? Imagine if a herd had come while he was attacking Rick's. Yeah, he might have killed them, but he comes back and everyone he's built and worked on is fucking dead.
And Woodbury surrounded.
And also, he's left zombies in there with people. With Milton being turned, and as he assumes,
inevitably Andrea to be turned.
So he's left 2 zombies in there. Yes, they're in a locked room, but you get a zombie just keep pounding at.
It's not safe. Put it that way.
Yeah, it isn't safe. And this is a thing that's pushed quite hard in this. Yeah, there's a lot of plot holes in there too. Big pushed plot hole. Where the fuck did that grenade launcher come from?
Yes.
Why the fuck is that only being used now?
Yes. Like, surely, when they went to attack the prison and they let off all the walkers, surely, if they had that kind of firepower that they would rain down on the prison, like, from the start...
They would have taken out the guard tower, at least.
They could have taken out the guard tower, busted up through some doors. They had, 50 fucking guys, I thought.
Yeah.
So, why didn't they just charge in there? Yeah, the governor, go and do that. You might lose a couple.
People pointed out they did more damage with about 5 armed men than they did in this episode with about 30.
Yeah.
And that is stupid.
Yeah.
Like, I know in the comic, the governor attacks, gets fucked up.
Yeah.
But in the comics, he's a bit more of a redneck. Just, I've got a lot of guns, I've got a lot of power, I've got a lot of people behind me.
He's not as ruthless. He's just kind of like a normal Joe that's lost his mind.
Well,
this governor
in the TV
is fucking crazy.
No, I would say in the comic he's a sadistic redneck.
Yeah.
Whereas he seems like a very well-educated man who's just lost it and he decides
I think when Michonne stabbed his daughter in the face...
He lost all ties to humanity at that point, I think.
I think...
Whereas the governor in the comic is more about rape and pillaging and...
To be fair, the governor in the comic is a little bit more scary.
He's way more twisted, dude. Like that.
A lot more scary. I think just more twisted.
He's way twisted. Like the stuff he does to people, like shit.
But
yeah, like when they get a grenade launcher, when they get it, like you see them getting into the prison relatively easy. Like,
to be fair, that was part of the plan. Though.
That was part of the plan. Yes, that was.
As the episode was entitled "Welcome to the Tombs."
Yeah, they're gone. That's my thing. Oh, they're gone. But why do they keep dwelling on the? The governor's just going to be looking around, find Jackal. I thought they might have planted explosives.
Yeah.
I thought that was going to be the issue. Like they've put grenades or tripwires or. But then I was going, Rick wouldn't just kill innocent people. Whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the highlighted passage in one of the cells with the governor. Done by, I'm assuming, by Herschel.
Yeah.
In the Bible, that was cool.
Oh, I loved that. I really loved that.
The governor was the one that found it.
It was very, very obvious that the governor was the one to find it. Because obviously, if he was a sensible leader, he would have sent him one of his minions to each area to scope whether... So he could have been hidden under a bed in the cell.
Yeah.
Comes up, knife...
Well, I thought...
In the ball sack.
I was thinking that the way they did it was quite clever. If they were just planning to scare them and get them away, which was the plan, which is revealed. What I thought, if you were trying to kill them, what you do is, when they walk into the bit where you see them all with the tables and stuff, lock all 3 doors, just put a machine gun through that door and just from all 3 sides. What are they going to do? They're not. Yeah, just keep round. What are they going to do? Shoot back? Like they wouldn't have time. They wouldn't know where you were. Or there's a lot of stuff they could have done if they were planning to kill them, which they weren't, which is good. I loved all the Andrea Milton scenes. They were very tense.
Oh,
that was the part of this episode I really liked. I thought that was really
because
tense.
When he fucking died, all he was doing is talking to her, and she kept stopping, trying to undo herself.
Yeah, okay, that was.
I was like, come on! God damn it, you son of a bitch!
I would have kept talking to him to keep him conscious, but keep trying to reach for my feet for the bloody tool.
I would carry on. Women can multitask, apparently. That is a stereotype that I genuinely believe. Women can multitask. Why couldn't she talk to him and still actively try to get herself out?
She literally would stop.
She'd sit there like, oh, you're dying and I'm about to be eaten, but I'm not going to carry on with the way that's going to help me get out.
Every second is precious, and she was
God
wasting
fucking damn it.
But I thought those scenes were very tense, and I really.
Oh no, they were good. But
it was the first time I was caring because I don't like Andrea, and I was caring that.
I was yelling at her. Though.
I was like, "Come on,
you
Andrea!"
deserve to die.
Yeah, you kind of do. The tombs was a good idea. Locking them in the tombs and then setting off the alarm. So the ambush was very clever. I did think that Tyrese though was going to find Andrea Milton. I thought that's what was going to happen. He'd be walking around guarding. You'd hear Andrea yell or whatever, which I thought was a bit weird. She wasn't making a ton of noise, but I don't know. She's going to die. Why not? If the governor walks in and puts a bullet in your head, it's kind of more of a mercy killing, isn't it?
Well, To be fair, I'd rather die that way.
Yeah,
than
exactly.
be eaten slowly from the feet up by a zombie.
Num num. So I thought Tyrese, but he didn't. So that's unfortunate. The ambush was really cool. I thought. I was a bit surprised they weren't just shooting all of the governor's group, because they don't know they're just volunteers, do they? For all they know, they're just as sadistic as the governor and his friends who've attacked them previously. They've got it pumped up at the ground saying "get the fuck out of here" and stuff like that.
They've got it in their mindset that if they don't kill them, they're going to be killed by them.
Mm.
So it's them or it's Rick's group
them
or the governor's group.
Yeah, that's kind of how. And I was surprised they weren't just shooting. And
especially like the likes of Daryl, he wouldn't give a shit.
Well, it didn't make very much sense to me that they weren't just shooting him. I could imagine if Andrew had made it to them, said this is what's happening. There's good people in that town, but the governor's brainwashed them, and then that scene happened where they're just shooting at the ground, telling them to go away. That would have made more sense.
And then gone to rescue some of the people.
Yeah, the fact was that they were just shooting these people on sight because they are attacking their prison still with big guns and grenade launchers.
Yeah, they are being shot at. To be fair,
so they are attacking the prison, and everyone in that group clearly has the idea of killing everyone in that prison. So it just seemed like a bit out of a weird place. I just felt like it was just a weird.
Yeah,
when you think about it, it doesn't really make any sense why they wouldn't just be shooting.
A lot of this episode didn't really make sense.
No. But this is something that this kind of could be saved at the end, but it's more of a thing that I thought, that prison's fucked now. There is nothing you can do. That prison is buggered. Like, they've driven through both front gates. They've now driven through the third and final gate. They've bust open a door to the prison cells. They've led all the walkers out of the tombs into the rest of the prison. That prison is compromised, and all the guard towers that they were using for spying are blown out of, they're blown to pieces. What are you gonna do? It's fucked.
Yeah. Like there's walkers. Did they even patch up that gate?
Did look like it
at the start. Well, they patched up the gate at the top, so they've still got an area of the prison that's secure to an extent.
But then they've got up. They were lifting up and then chaining it like normal.
And then they've got walkers in the main entrance area of the prison, and they've also got that huge hole that Tyrese came in from the back,
which the governor's group led them from that back into the where they were staying. But that prison is buggered. I think they need to leave. Here's an interesting. This has been a huge debate right now on all the forums and stuff. What did you think of Carl killing that kid?
Ooh, well,
I definitely agreed with what Carl did.
I feel he made the right decision, but
at the time.
I didn't think he made the decision for that reason. I think he made it to prove something.
I think he made the decision to prove his dad that he could fight,
which is wrong.
But that kid was being fucking shifty.
Yeah.
If you had two people pointing a gun at me and they said drop the gun, bang, that gun's out of my hand. He was like slightly looking at Carl, raising the gun.
What would Daryl do in that situation? He would have put a bolt in his head.
Or in the arm, he
would have taken that guy down to an extent that he couldn't. He would have taken that gun by force.
The way that kid was looking at Carl and the way that he didn't put the gun down instantly, he was like slowly trying to hand it over.
If I was in that situation, if I was that kid, even if it was just a kid pointing a gun at me, and Herschel pointing the gun over the car.
Yeah.
I've been busted. I throw the gun down.
Well, the thing is, a lot of people go, imagine if you were in his shoes. Of course you wouldn't just hand the gun over. You don't know these people. I'm like, yes, but if you don't hand the gun over, they're going to shoot you anyway. So what have you got to lose?
Yeah.
I think Carl did it for the wrong reasons, but I do think that there were genuine reasons to take that kid out.
There's justifiable reasons for him to do it. I don't think Carl didn't do it to protect the group, like he said. He just did it to prove that he could do it.
Yeah, it was odd.
It's like, there's a battle going on and I get a chance to kill someone.
I love the governor, though, chasing his own army, like, stopping them and going, what the fuck? Like, guys, come on, let's go back.
Okay.
And then murdering all of them!
Like, when I read on a blog, and admittedly I shouldn't have done it because it did ruin a bit of it. It said something like 23 people are going to die in this episode. So I was like, shit. Basically, all that's going to be left is like Carl the baby, Daryl, probably
Actually, I only seen the baby once in this episode.
Where the fuck was the baby?
Yeah, where the fuck was the baby?
Just kick it back and daycare. When they said like 23 people were going to die, I was like, shit, so they're going to just strip a lot of the cast out here. Yeah, I didn't know 23 people that I've never recognised in my life before are going to die.
That's like saying there's going to be 27 walkers die in this episode.
Exactly.
Whoop-de-la-di-da. But that was ridiculous. Like, I thought the governor should have, like... Because the scene was very powerful where you see him losing his temper and he shoots that guy in the back. I thought he was going to shoot, like, 2 or 3 people to make an example. Like, you get your ass back in that truck and we're getting back there. You know, they'll kill you or I'll kill you. And then he just, like, mows them down. I'm like, that's your army, you pillock. You have now just outnumbered yourself with Rick.
I understand why he was getting angry with them leaving, right? If he got them back to Woodbury, he could regroup. He does still have some control.
Yeah.
He could use these people still.
He'd lost them a little bit, but only because they were terrified. These aren't soldiers. These are people.
Yeah, this is like basically you or me.
That sounds horrible, but you know what I mean. Like, these are untrained.
That I don't even mean that kind of made you sound like soldiers aren't people. They are people. They've just been trained
and conditioned to be able to kill another human being without feeling the same sort of stuff.
Soldiers don't just get trained physically. They do have a lot of psychological...
Exactly. Sorry, just clarify myself. That felt quite bad.
Like, me and you couldn't just go out and kill someone. I mean, there are some people, crazy fucks, that would be able to do that. But
that's why we say crazy fucks, because you aren't really, as a human being, supposed to be able to detach yourself so easily.
Couldn't go out and just murder someone. Even if they threatened me, I still would be fucked up by it. And I'd feel horrible. And I'd be terrified in the same situation. But, what the fuck? Martinez and the other guy that has like 2 lines in the whole
thing. Shoot him!
Like, they've just watched all these innocent people essentially get mowed down. Like, we'll ride off into the sunset
with him, with this crazy fuck.
Yeah, we'll ride off into the sunset with you.
Even the guy who was like, his son just got killed, and like, who fucking knows what his son's name was. You know, and it was never clarified in the episode with Merle that his kid got killed. His kid got shot, most certainly. It was just weird he got killed. But, like, Martinez, he had a bit of characterization with Daryl in that where he was just going, no, we're just on bad side. You know, the governor's looked after me. I'm with him, just like Daryl. Rick's looking after me. I'm with him.
I owe him a debt.
And then Martinez watched him mow down all these innocent people. People I'm assuming he's talked to in the last year. And then he goes, meh, he's an alright guy. It's like, no, Martinez, he's a fucking nut.
Yeah.
But
basically.
I don't know. Yeah, he shoots them all in the head, which is a bit odd.
But then the one woman survives. It's the only one of that group that I actually knew vaguely from the
Allison
show.
or whatever her name was.
Yeah,
and she takes them back. Like, Rick and stuff find her. Rick, Michonne, and Daryl, like, one of the most badass teams ever.
Yeah. Daryl gets scared, though. I jumped when she banged on the window. I was like, shit, what is that? But it was...
You shouldn't do that as well. No. Oh, actually, there's a bit in that scene...
I do. I wind down the window and say, hey, I'm alive in here.
Oh, no, I just shout through the window. I'm alive in here.
I'm alive in here.
That's the thing. A voice wouldn't scare me.
No.
Bang, kang. It's lucky someone didn't just shoot her in the head.
A voice would make me jump and be a little apprehensive. But if someone shouted out, I'm alive in here, I'm going to come out the truck, I'm not armed, I swear. And then you come out with the truck with your hands raised, it's a lot less threatening than bang!
Actually,
there's fucking zombies walking around here, dude.
Watch that scene again, and as soon as she goes bang, Rick pulls his pistol out and apparently cocks his pistol. Now, look at that scene again. He doesn't cock his pistol. The sound effects put in there, that big, nice click noise as he pulls back the hammer.
Beautiful.
But it's not there. If you look, the gun's not cocked. Yeah. It was just a mistake, apparently. They just put the sound in the wrong point.
They shouldn't be making that kind of mistake, really.
Yeah. But, so, like, they go back to Woodbury, and, you know, they find Andrea, and she's dead. Well, she's not dead. She's dying. She's still as dead. How the fuck did she take out Milton?
As much as I
know she's a badass,
she
didn't have anything apart from the tool, which...
Well, I think she did get free, probably. But as much as I dislike Andrea, I think her death was actually done quite well.
Oh, yeah, she is a very powerful death for a very shit character.
And at the end of the day, she is a person in the world, in this horrible world, and she is... Yeah. Like, she made some fucking terrible decisions.
But she's trying to do the best that she can.
But I think the death
I love how
was
even
good.
It sounded like the actress was trying to explain herself. Like, I just want to know what to die.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like, you've just killed a lot of people.
But it's like Laurie. Everyone fucking hated Laurie for season 2, especially.
And you make her love her in that
but when she died, it was done very well, and you kind of think, actually, you know what? She was okay.
Yeah.
But it's good that she's dead.
But yeah, so they get to Woodbury and they take everyone from Woodbury.
I didn't get fuck shit.
Well, my thing was, okay, they found out that the governor has killed his entire army pretty much. So let's say they can safely assume there's about 3 people. You know, him, the governor, and 2 other people. Yeah?
The guy that has no lines ever.
Yeah. Okay. Woodbury is still very well fortified with solar power, ton of battery and gas, bullets. and they take him to a prison that has been wiped out. And there's walkers everywhere.
These people now really like and respect Rick's group because they're like, oh, you actually saved us, and you're actually not as evil as the guy that made out. So let's all have fun together in Woodbury.
In Woodbury, yeah, like you guys bring your stuff to Woodbury because they don't have much stuff. It's already all in the cars.
Yeah,
and they take them back to a fucked up prison.
Also,
they moved them from a very secure location that only needs apparently 2 people to secure it.
To a fucking prison.
That's had like everything fucked.
Maybe it is secure, but it's a fucking prison. It's dirty. It's grimy. It's not.
Woodbury was a bit nice and had solar power and stuff. Yeah. They had power. That's a big deal.
The fact that the prison will serve the use for the small group.
Yeah,
like a big group. It's almost like a population.
They're going to have
a town.
to.
You need to provide people with a certain level of comfort, otherwise they're just going to rebel.
I agreed with the governor that they need entertainment. I didn't agree with what the government did, but
it's like basic government now. Governments now have to provide a certain level of standard of living for people to, be happy and content.
I thought the episode itself was quite poor as a finale.
I thought it was. Talking about it now,
it's actually quite a poor episode.
It was bullshit.
A lot of the stuff, you think about it as well, made no sense. Like a lot of the stuff they picked. I was listening to the Let's Do This with co-host and Corey talking about it. Totally agreed with co-host's idea of have them finding one of those gated communities, like in the comic.
Yeah.
They go into one of the houses and it zooms out and you realise that it is just infested.
Yeah.
Can you just like how season 2 ended, where there was a ton of zombies and it zoomed out to the prison, knowing that's where they're going. I am very, very worried. They're going to do what they did in the second season 2. They're going to stay on that prison for too long.
Yeah.
Even if they had moved to Woodbury, that would have been a nice change of scenery. It's the fact that if they stay in that prison for much longer, I'm going to fucking blow their brains out. Like, what the fuck?
The trouble is season 2, one of the biggest problems was too many characters to focus on. Mm-hmm. They've just introduced an entire town into a very small space.
Yes.
And people like Daryl.
If he loses any focus on him, I'm going to be well pissed.
Daryl is a very socially awkward person. He's only just accepted this group.
Yeah, and his family.
For the entire 3rd season, they said they're not going to trust people.
Yeah.
They used to not kill the living. They now kill the living if they
have
group.
To. Yeah.
They protect their group, and now they've invited in like 50 strangers.
And none of these all could be sleeper agents for the governor.
Yeah.
All these people have to go on is by Rick and stuff going, yeah, the governor did this. But
he didn't see Laurie. I did like that. Just throwing that in there quickly.
That was nice. Yeah, they finally got rid of that bullshit. I was actually quite surprising in the comic that phone thing is a thing.
You haven't got that far.
No, you haven't got no. It's not spoiling anything, but that phone thing where he's hearing people
is a thing in the comic.
It's a very brief thing, but it existed, and I was like, oh, that's actually quite nice.
Yeah.
Because it was very well written. The bullshit of fucking her appearing all the time is the TV show's invention. So very well handled with the phone, terribly handled with her appearing.
No, the phone call thing was great.
Very powerful as well.
It's disturbed me, but the visions are... It's too easy, isn't it? Oh, well, how can we prove he's psychotic? Visions.
He could have just kept getting phone calls. That would have been really interesting. He kept hearing ringing phones or something. That would have been cool. But the when I look at the entirety of season 3,
it was so much better than 2.
It was so much better than 2. I've gone back and watched the first 3 episodes of the season 3.
Merle and Daryl interaction.
Yeah, that was cool. The only thing I have to also point out is I feel like the group's gone backwards, especially Rick, with the weapons that they've chosen. Beginning of season 3, episode 1, they're using hand-to-hand weapons,
lightweight,
machetes,
portable,
knives, things like that. And then suddenly at the end of this, they're all using guns always. I know they're against people now, but you'd think they'd still have a blade on their belt. You're watching it, the first episode of the season, the Rick has the 6-shooter, he has the machine gun, but he also has a machete. When they clear out the prison, that's all they use is machetes, just bam, 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 bam.
The thing is, also that proves when, that speaks volumes when Merle and Daryl save Rick and he's just pistol whipping them.
Yeah.
Bah, bah. He has his machine gun, runs out of bullets because he's shooting the governor's men.
Yeah.
Pistol runs out of bullets. If you have a machete...
or a knife even, just a hunting knife, bam,
you may still lose out because there's quite a lot of walkers, but at least you have a fighting chance.
Exactly, and
it's your last resort. But
do you know what the most annoying people?
It's like soldiers now; they still have Gurkhas.
The army still gives out knives because the knives are useful. But I was arguing with some guys on the blog, and they're going, the reason why they're using guns all the time in the front of the season because they found Morgan's supply. I was going, that's not the point. It's
still a valuable resource.
It doesn't matter how many bullets they have. They could have all the bullets in the world. It's the fact that bullets
make
Draw
noise.
walkers.
There's also if you found in a pocket, if you found all the water, if you found like litres and litres of water, you wouldn't drink it all in one go, would you? I mean, you'd savour that.
Also, I would have really liked to see at the end of this season is, yes, moving them all into the prison. That's fine. Let's say that was a viable idea, which is a really stupid idea, but whatever. And zoomed out, and you see herds from like every direction heading towards the prison because of all the grenade noises.
Yeah,
that's basically a tank blowing shit up.
But if they did that, then the season, the finale would have so much more weight, and it would get you anticipate because
they pumped up season 2's finale was fantastic. Load of zombies, which hadn't really been through the season. Loads of zombies, and then it points out this anticipation they will find this prison, and that'll be what happens. And that was
you
cool.
can kind of speculate, and it gives you crazy ideas.
Do you know what this felt like? This season finale felt like to me. The end of a film that doesn't technically need a sequel.
Yeah,
that's what it felt like. There was a happy ending almost, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Which The Walking Dead shouldn't really have happy endings. I don't mind after an episode an happy ending, but not a season finale happy.
No, I was if they'd said the season 3 is the last
season, that would have been a nice.
And
episode.
they did that. The fact that it was kind of like it was almost mystical at the end.
It's like a swan song almost.
It's kind of like, you know what, it wasn't so bad after all. If that was if they stopped The Walking Dead now, I'd be like, fair play.
But the point of The Walking Dead is that it's not a happy story. Like you've got it. With
everything goes.
Well, I think season 1, the CDC just blew up. That's the season finale.
Yeah.
Everything's fucked. They've got no gas, no bullets. They've lost.
People die.
People are dead. Season 3, everything's okay now. We've moved into this prison. We've just brought a bunch of people.
And they've just left it
no,
it's
open. Supposed to be unhappy. Unfortunately, that is The Walking Dead. You get 2 or 3 episodes where yes, it is happy and go lucky. And then people die because this is a shit world.
That's what there's fucking zombies.
That's why I don't watch Neighbours, all that shit. They've got to kill people in that just to make it interesting.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
My God, man. Well,
sorry,
I was disappointed.
Yeah,
but
there's a bit of a disappointing episode.
We're wrapping up the whole season as well.
Yes.
We focus heavily on the finale.
Well, and I've gone back through.
But it was so much better than season 2.
Much better than they've really got their stride, and as long as they keep that stride going, I feel like it's faltering a little bit.
I think they should stop at season 5. Honestly, they should not do more than 5 seasons of this show.
Well, 5 seasons. How old will Carl be?
And they need to do a spin-off show with Daryl.
Oh, do you know what they just need to do? Daryl,
Daryl.
I'd be totally cool if the entire cast died and it's just Daryl and Michonne as like a love story through a zombie apocalypse.
A weird, twisted love story where they actually don't like each other at all. But they love each other because they've never loved before, and they're the only people left in the world.
That'd be so bitching, man. But and obviously the governor's supposed to come back and all that shit. But it's
they've left it open. And it's just like they
unnecessarily
built all this anticipation for this huge battle that never happened.
Exactly.
And the governor's just killed all of his men.
Fucking idiot, But if he'd gone off with all those people that he killed into the sunset, then he's a threat because they've got 30 people. 3 people on the road, that is fucking dangerous. Like, they will die quick.
Yeah.
And he just wasted all his bullets as well.
And there's also...
on living people.
How long will Martinez and the other guy actually stick with him?
Token black guy.
Yeah, how long will they stick with him?
Yeah, I don't know.
I think we should take a quick break here. And
we'll come up with the question.
Myself
so am I.
in the face.
So we'll be right back.